Hello my dears, and welcome to my channel. As always, I am very happy and grateful that you've chose to spend your time with me, and supporting my channel is really easy. Like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, or click on the notification bell of when you would like to be notified of when a new video comes out. And I hope that you're all doing well, but if not, I do hope things will get better for you soon. But if you want to forget about things for a little while, join me as we meet Satyrs and Nymphs Tarot. And this deck was created by Jester, and it was published by Pentagram Publishing. And this was originally a Kickstarter deck, and it was released 2024, and you can pick this site up at either Pentagram Publishing or their Etsy shop, and I will link both of those in the description if you want to go check them out. And they retail for $32 at the website at Pentagram Publishing, or at the Etsy shop for $42. And they've created a few other decks, quite a lot. Let's see, I don't want to read them all off, but I will read you the ones that I'm going to be doing a video on that I have of theirs. And it is Tarot Diosos, which is Tarot of the Bones. Moldhera Tarot, I'm really sorry if I'm butchering these. La Commedia es Aghetto Tarot. I'm so sorry you had to listen to that. I didn't mean to butcher it. And Sea Witch Tarot. And I will be doing a video on all those. But Jester has come out with more decks. And you can check those out on the website, because it would be about 5 minutes of me reading them off, and I really don't want to spend that much time on it. So I do apologize. So the box specs are 5 inches height, across is 3 inches, and 1.30. And there are thumb indents, and title is not on any of the deck. Alright, and on the back, according to ancient Greek mythology, satyrs and nymphs lived in forests and were revered as deities of fertility and the natural forces. Satyrs were known to lead an idle lifestyle and adore wine and women. Anyone familiar with A.E. Waite's classic can easily understand the plots of these cards. Some of the arcana reveals the artist Jester's special humor. The lady from the 9 of Pentagrams has an airplane in her hand instead of a falcon. A young man from the 3 of Wands goes swimming with an inflatable duck, and a character from 4 of Swords has overeaten lollipops, and so on. Okay. And it doesn't have a card holder. So the cards are kind of going, the box is bigger than the deck, so they are going to slide around and make noise. And it does come with a guidebook, and we'll explore that. And then we have a little card for advertising for Pentagram Publishing, and that is the back of the deck. And as you can see, reversals really shouldn't be given away. Okay, so we just have an extra card. Alright, so, and there's no ribbon or anything. As you can see, they are bigger than the deck. Box is bigger than the cards. And the cards, as you can see, they are smaller than a regular size tarot card would be, and they are 4 1/4 height 2.64 across, and the width of the deck is 1.25 inch, and the card stock for people who care about that stuff is 350 GSM, and that's all I was given for it. All right, so with my tarot videos, I do a comparison with the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. And if you're interested in obtaining this deck, if you like it, they probably have it at Amazon, but it was produced by US Game Systems Incorporated. So you can check it out, see if they've got that there. All right, so I do a side-by-side comparison, so you can kind of see the similarities and the differences of a traditional tarot. All right, so and I will warn you, there is some nudity, but if you're not offended by nudity, then this deck should be okay for you. And I really thought this was a fun deck to add to my collection. Okay, so that was the Major Arcana. Alright, so next we will move into the wands, and yeah, the wands in this deck are different. That's the only way I can put it. I want to say like phalluses, but you'll see as we go by what I'm talking about. All right. It is an interesting choice of wands, I must say. Okay, so that was the wands, and next we will move on to the swords. And those they have made just swords. To symbolize the suit. Okay, that is the swords. And next we have the cups, which are symbolized with cups. lastly, we have Pentacles, and I do believe that the Pentacles in this deck are round spheres, I guess you could call them, or balls. Okay, and that is the deck. Alright. So the cards are, they are flexi bendy. They seem pretty durable, and they do kind of have a gloss to them. Not too bad of a gloss, as you can see. Alright, so the guidebook is in English and Ukrainian, because I think Jester is from Ukraine. Sorry about that. Alright, so we have the first page that just talks about what was on the back of the deck. And then we just go right into the meanings, and you have your major arcana, and you have your upright and reversal meaning. And it's just a short guidebook, no bells and whistles or anything like that. And it is similar to the regular Rider-Waite decks, so you can kind of figure things out. Beginner deck, it could be, I think, yeah. But you know, with time you can learn it, you know, you can get familiar with the cards, and I think it'll be okay. And then we go on to the cups, same thing. You have just upright and reversals. We have pentacles. Yeah, it's hard for me to recommend beginners decks, because it's a level of comfort, I think. And then we have the wands, because everybody has a different, I guess, a different meaning of what a beginner deck is. I mean, is it exactly like the Rider-Waite? Does the illustrations have the same thing? As you know, it's hard for me to recommend beginners decks, because it's sometimes hard to define beginner decks. Okay, and then we have the Ukrainian meanings. Same thing, just the title, and then the upright and the reversals. And then we go into Pentagram Publishing, and then we have the Satyrs, Nymphs. Okay. Alright. So shuffling should be relatively easy. They are smaller than your average size deck, unless you have really big hands. And it's all in your physical limitations as well. And there is no right or wrong way to shuffle, but you can rifle shuffle, poker shuffle, and you can do your overhand if you want. They're pretty smooth to shuffle. And side shuffling, I don't know. I don't think they're big enough. I think the really big oracle cards are good for side shuffling, but yeah, see, yeah. But it's totally up to you. You know, if that's how you feel comfortable doing it, is fine as well. Okay, and then you can cut them on the table, and then put them back in, you know, any kind of order, or you can do the fan and pick them out like that, or you can just, you know, put them all over your table and pick them out one by one that way. All right, so let's see what message wants to pop out and say hello. Judgment. Okay. Now let's see what they say in the book. Okay. Judgment. The upright card signifies change, revival, victory over yourself. It suggests good news, new work, wedding, birth of children. The reverse card means fear, disease, resistance to natural changes in life, and repentance. So like I said, short and sweet. And I'm sure that if you have a guidebook, I'm sure most people have a guidebook, at least one. You can look up a deeper meaning of the judgment card, and there's just all kinds of tons of websites that have meanings of the cards that you can go to and find a deeper meaning if you really want that. Okay, so that's all I have for this lovely little deck. It's very unusual, but I like it. If you did purchase it for the Kickstarter, or you found it on the website, go ahead and drop a recommendation, yes or no, whether you like it or not. You can possibly help somebody who's thinking about it if they've seen it. And any kind of opinion is welcome here. But once again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me with another video. But until next time, take care, and goodbye, my dear.